Welcome back to Alex Lacasse Makes Food. Today I'm going to attempt to make a 10-minute vegetarian curry. So stick around. Alright, vegetarian curry in 10 minutes. Starting now.
Nope.
God! Starting now. There you go. Alright, so first off, I'm going to serve my curry with some smashed chickpeas. Those are canned chickpeas that I strained, and I'm just going to boil them first in just plain water for a couple minutes and let that be. Next up, I'm going to start my curry. So in a box grater with the smaller pole, I'm going to grate some ginger, about half an inch of ginger, and a couple cloves of garlic. Same whole, that's just going just like this. All right, so then I'm going to cook that in my hot pan, about medium hot pan, in some neutral oil. All I got here is a nice vegetable oil. And that is going right in there. There you go. It's hot. You want to just get a little bit of color in here quickly. Next up, I'm going to make a nice curry, spicy curry today, and I'm going to use some serrano. These are very hot serrano, so one is going to be plenty. And that also, I want it to get toasted with my ginger and garlic in here. So I got the spatula to get everything stirred around. And I'm gonna do some salt and a couple spoons of curry. All I got here is some already made curry powder, which is perfect, nice and easy. And you want to toast that in there as well with everything. Make sure all the spices are in. And if you're down to like make your own spice curry mix, just go ahead. Today I'm using something already made. Okay, so next off, I'm gonna take, my sauce is gonna be made with a little bit of tomato and coconuts. I'm gonna take just one fresh tomato, but if you don't have a fresh tomato, you can very much use a canned tomato. So one tomato, I'll just roughly chop like this. There you go. Sure. That's gonna be the nice sweetness and acidity in my curry. All right, so that's good. Sure, I'm doing this in the right order. Tomato, next. There you go. And you want to cook up the juices a little bit of that tomato in here. All right, so that is done. My curry today is going to be vegetarian, so it's going to be made with some nice Yukon gold. These are just those are just a simple waxy potato. If you don't like potato brats in the summer, you're welcome to use, you know, a squash or even a sweet potato, whatever you have on hand. That's what's really wonderful about this curry, is that any kind of vegetable you have on hand can go right in there, everything gets stewed together, and it's gonna get delicious. So, 3 little potato all day. I'm talking like at the restaurant. There you go. So I'm gonna cut him pretty small because, of course, I don't have a lot of time, and that's only gonna boil for about 5 minutes. So this guy, one more like this. Oh, one more thing too, if you didn't want to serve that with chickpeas in the curry would be fantastic. So potatoes are going in. There you go, 3 little potatoes. Nice and simple, going right in. So, the moisture for my curry actually is vegan. I'm gonna do about 1 cup of coconut milk. And that's going right in there. That's how everything is gonna cook. And I'm also gonna use a little bit of okra today, which is this amazing vegetable that's super popular. Chili. Okra, very popular from West Africa all the way to India. So I'm gonna just use a 3 okra. And that's really gonna add a lot of fantastic flavor and texture to our stew. It has this sort of, how would you describe, without saying sliminess?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Add this amazing quality to a stew.
Silky mouthfeel.
There you go. And that's going in. I'm gonna cover it for now because I don't have much time just to bring it up to a boil, but one of those curry, you don't really need to cover it up. You just want everything to kind of cook together and gain as much flavor as possible. So that's coming up to a boil. And my chickpeas are here, about done, because they've been boiling. They're already cooked. I'm doing this because it will be a lot easier to just smash them once they kind of are mixed in hot water. So I'm gonna bring this up to high heat and make my smashed chickpeas. So chickpeas, whoops! 1 can of chickpea going in my blender. And I'm just gonna mix that up with half of a lime juice in here. And I'm gonna do a little bit more salt, straight in it. And some olive oil. What's our time? 4.5 minutes, perfect. So for this, we're gonna do, kind of up to you. You can do coarse. I'm gonna keep it pretty coarse, not too smooth. And if it's not blending, just like me, a little bit of water from the cooking could go right in here. So a splash of water. That's gonna help everything kind of get together. And let's taste it. Simple, chickpea forward. Perfect. So that is good to go. Next thing, we're gonna make Raita, which is simply a condiment very popular in India. That's kind of a refreshing condiment because we're making a spicier curry today, which is almost up to boil. We're gonna make a cooling condiment, which is this Raita based from yogurt, or in India they use curd, but that's not very popular in the US. So I'm using full fat yogurt, and I'm gonna grate on the small hole again about half of a cucumber with the skin on. You wanna get all those flavors. So half of a cucumber going in there. And I'm gonna use a little bit of cilantro as well. So a little bit of cilantro from my bunch right here that I'm going to chop super coarsely. Over here, going in here. And last but not least, I'm gonna do a little bit of lime. Lime and salt. Lime also, if you let it sit in there, it's gonna add nice flavor, of course, but it's gonna add a lot to the texture. If you put a bunch of acid into dairy, it's gonna curdle a little bit and get a little thicker. So this is what we're going for. Let's taste it. A little bit more lime. And actually, I'm gonna use the whole cucumber.
Two and a half minutes.
2.5 minutes. We're doing good on time. Perfect. So all this going in here. There you go. So Raita is going to be served on the side of our curry today. And very simply garnish this with a little bit of greenery, some olive oil. There. This is after the oil. It's uncovered. Much flavor from here. I'm gonna cook without a lid to really concentrate all of the flavors. There you go. My only concern here is that my potato is cooked. So I'm letting that have about 1.5 minutes. I'm gonna taste in about a minute for the potato doneness. Not bad. All right, let's flip it. Ooh, it's spicy. Whew. All right, so the base that we're plating is gonna be a nice spoonful of this chickpea. Here, that I'm gonna put just a little off to the side so it's easy to see it. And turn it into kind of a bed or curry. That's good. Like I said, garnish with this Raita with some olive oil and some more cilantro. A couple minutes of cilantro right over here. Perfect. That's good. Super. Our curry. Come closer, come closer. You can see from the starch that's in the potato, we're starting to get a nice texture. It's starting to be a little bit more stewy, and the okra is also helping with everything to come kind of together and create this really nice texture. Not soupy, not like a puree, just a really nice stew. And this is going to be needing a little bit of salt. I'm going to let it cook for as long as we can. Make sure you scrape off the sides. Don't want no just burnt curry on the side. Make sure you scrape the side. It's coming down in here. 10 seconds. Okay, that's gonna be served with lime. I'm gonna have 1 wedge of lime for serving. All right, let's taste those potatoes. See if they're about done. They are. Yes. 1 big spoon for serving. I'm gonna have a big spoon. There you go. Woo. That is hot. That is summery, and that is ready to eat. So, this curry, just like this, on top of everything. Get nice okra, some fresh tomato, some stew. There you go. That also gets served with a little bit of coriander and cilantro. Of course, a little wedge of lime right here. Bam. And cilantro. Go heavy on the cilantro, that's my favorite part of the dish. You know, a little tree of cilantro. Perfect. Might as well, we have it. And look at this. A really simple vegetarian curry for 2. This is fabulous. You could definitely add some greenery, some spinach. If you don't like okra, you can add some frozen peas or anything you have on hand. Just really, you could use squash in the winter. Right now I'm using some fresh, beautiful potatoes. Just go have a nice time at the farmer's market, get whatever you can, and cook it all together with some delicious spices, and it's a fantastic meal. If you guys actually qualify for CalFresh, which is formerly known as food stamps in California, you can spend at the farmer's market, and you get also free money back for spending and supporting your local farmers. So cheers to that, and spending locally and with beautiful vegetable. And I know it's a hard time, but we're making the most of what we have, and we're all in this together. So thank you for watching.